It's actually easier than you think it is. But you won't submit yourself to that. The calling on your life was placed on your life before you were in flesh, before you walked the earth. Your destiny was already printed in the archives of history. So, living your life then is an experiment in faith. It's an experiment in knowing that there is a calling on your life and following that calling. It's easier than you think. What am I talking about? My theme for this year is flow, not force. So if there is anything I have to do that feels forced, I'm not doing it. Flow, not force. I want to be in rooms, spaces, conversations with people, characters, and hearts that feed my flow, not add resistance to it. And frankly, I think there are too many of us who are living our lives today forcing things. That relationship is over, you're just forcing it. That marriage is done, you're forcing it. That business idea needs to be shelved, you're forcing it. That childhood friendship no longer serves you, you're forcing it. That career is no longer aligned with your destiny, you are forcing it. So we force things. That's what we do. And the test of the universe is following a flow, not a force. Now, following flow in the early stages is easy because there's nothing to lose. Following flow, when you've accumulated things, is very difficult to do. Because it means you've got to surrender to the universe that which you have accumulated and trust the wisdom of the universe to bring it back to you severalfold. Letting go of what you know, not knowing when you'll gain it back, but trusting that the process of what you're about to go through is going to amplify you and make you such an incredible human being that you're going to gain back sevenfold that which you had to let go of. And so you're holding on to that relationship because it's what you know. Let go. You're holding on to living in that country because it's where you grew up. Let go. You're holding on to that group of friends because you've been friends with them since varsity. Let go. Let go. Flow, not force. There is such an incredible wisdom when you submit yourself to the flow of your life. It's a game changer. Game changer. Now, in the early days, it's hard because you are a person who likes control. You like knowing where things are going. You want to determine what comes next and who does what. And then the world says to you, no. Slow, not force. So the question for you that I have is, what is the flow of your life? Yesterday, I had my first masterclass with the VT Club 100 group. For those of you who don't know, the VT Club 100 is like a mastermind of, people all over the world, entrepreneurs, business owners, people in the very advanced stages of their careers who want to take their lives to the next level. And so they joined this mastermind with me, and we have a process that we follow where we keep each other accountable. And what's fascinating for me, and what's fascinating to me about yesterday was this conversation came up about flow and not force. And what was amazing in terms of that conversation was to listen to how many of the members of VT Club 100 have come to the stage in their lives where they're finally saying, I've done it the way that I know how to do it and it's not working and I'm done. I now want to submit myself to a process that is higher than me, that's going to take me through this. Now here's the thing about flow and not force. If you are but marginally talented, you have incredible capacity in the world, you can do a lot. to find and operate in a space of flow means you do not what you can do, but what you must. Flow, therefore, is about operating not in your space of capacity, but in your space of calling. So I know you've got the capacity to be an accountant. That's why you do that for a living. You've got the capacity to be a lawyer. That's why you do that for a living. But what's the calling on your life? What are you called to do? Find the calling. Find your flow. So I wanted to share that with you as our very first video together this year, to say the following to you. That the sooner you can submit yourself to the calling on your life, the better you will experience this journey called living on earth. And I want to be clear, by better, I didn't say easier, I just said better. The difference here is that easy presupposes that there is no resistance. Better understands that the reward is worth the resistance. So when we submit ourselves to the flow in our lives, we're not surprised when resistance comes. We expected it. That's a part of what happens. Anytime you follow God's calling on your life, the enemy is going to have something to say about it. That's the way that works. The universe exists in perfect counterweight. When you pursue the calling on your life and you're strong enough, courageous enough to chase the destiny of your life, there is enough dark forces in the world that are going to resist that. But pursue it nonetheless. Pursue it nonetheless. Finally, then I'll leave you guys to have an amazing week. I want you to ask yourself this question. If your life does not have a calling, why are you facing strife and difficulty? If your life is not destined for greatness, why are you having the experiences that you're having? The reason you've got challenges, strife, difficulty is because there's a calling on your life. And it is the agenda of the world to make sure that you never know that there's that calling by throwing you with distractions and resistance. And I want to say to you the following: have the courage to pursue your calling. Flow, not force. All right, everybody. Have an amazing week. Sayonara.